Fission Superstar X is a roguelite shooter that, while it may still have several months of development, and I'm only playing about 25% of it, I am really happy with what I'm seeing so far. The game itself combines roguelite and shooter aspects for essentially randomly generated bombing runs. The story, which is hilariously told at the beginning, finds you under the service of a mad scientist who appears to be suffering from nuclear radiation sickness, thinks his newest doomsday device is talking to him and wants to become a star in the universe or in the galaxy. So you're going to take his clone pilot, as well as anyone you meet along the way, and try and deliver her, or it, or whatever you want to call it, to stardom, or just blow up planets to unlock cool stuff. So, the general structure of the game is that you're going to be traveling through these randomly generated areas, and your mission is basically to survive while killing all the other enemies. The twist of the gameplay, and what I think really first caught my eye, is how combat works. As you can see, it's entirely real time, and right now I'm kind of messing up with the turrets there, but each crew member mans a different gun on your ship. The pilot has the one on the top, the medic or science officer has the one on the bottom, and you'll also get 2 additional ones for a total of 4. What makes this challenging is that each gun has a different firing range, and you have to manage the blind spots of your guns as well as the ammo and health of your various components. If you look on my ship there, you have 4 different health bars corresponding in the top left to each quadrant. Now, when you're finished with a section, you choose your next one from the destination on the right. Some of them will advance you further, some may push you back, or give you specific bonuses or things to buy, such as here, where we meet these lovely cast of characters that we're going to hopefully purchase as additional crew members. But, and I'm also screwing up here, as you don't want to replace a crew member unless you're about to die or you find someone better. This is from, I think, like my first or second play of the game, so this footage is kind of old in that regard. But when it comes to the overall progression, the idea is you want to be constantly improving your ship, your crew members, or getting new weapons. Now, the interesting aspect behind the combat of Fission Superstar X is that the same rules apply to the enemies. Every enemy ship will have weapons attached to different parts, and part of the challenge of the game is being able to maneuver around them to attack their blind spots, or go for weaker parts on the ship, such as the cockpit, for an instant kill, or for lightly armored parts. Now, it is game over if one of any of the 4 parts of your ship runs out of health. And that's why it's very important to earn a lot of money and get the crew members fully equipped to your ship so that you're able to make full use of your abilities, including a shield. Now, the limiting factor of the game is the fact that you have energy and ammo. Most of the weapons that you start out with use energy, but it's also used for your shields. Ammo can be used for rifles, sniper rifles, a chainsaw in space apparently, and more, but you have to pick that up from enemy ships or buy it from the various weapon depots. And the different weapons also have different ranges and damage along those lines. Now, I think right here, I'm going to actually maybe buy a correct crew member. Nope, no I didn't. But I'll fast forward a little bit and you can see some more of the advanced play here. So, as you can see now we have all 4 spots filled, which means I have mostly complete firing range around my ship. Now, the different environments can come up, including asteroids like this, energy fields, mini-bosses, and so on. There's also special resource or special safety areas, such as an advanced ship upgrade section, advanced weapons, crew member, stuff like that. And the entire game is randomly generated along those lines. Now, from what I've seen so far, you're not going to run to any sections where you're going to be like flying inside a space station or on a planet's surface, unless we talk about the boss fights that I'll probably show in a few seconds from here. But again, with the game, or with what I have access to being only 25% of what's there, I'm really enjoying this. While you can't hear too much now, the music's amazing. I love this kind of heavy line comic style. And when we play this on stream, I think everyone was just really blown away by what they saw. In terms of problems or issues that I have with Fission Superstar X, again, it's not really fair for me to go too heavy critique right now, especially what I've seen so far. I would like with any roguelite or roguelike style game, to see more variance, more weapons, maybe more differentiation between the various crew members you can find, enemies, you know, the whole shebang along those lines. And with the game, with a tentative date for January of next year, there's still plenty of time for that. And yeah, there's not much else for me to say right now because, again, there's just too little for me to go on. But if you want to see an actual play of it, I'll put a link to our sneak peek stream that I did in the video below in the annotations. But with that said, let me show you a little bit of the boss battles and we'll begin to wrap things up. While this crazy fight is going on here, Fission Superstar X does have a few elements of persistence. Your quote-unquote clone pilot at the start earns DNA points the better you play, which can provide starting bonuses to her respective skills, while your other pilots will either level up as you use them, or you just buy higher quality ones on the main map. Every planet that you land on and you detonate will unlock a new ship type that you can play around with on subsequent plays. It's not as advanced as FTL was in this regard, as every ship from what I've seen still has the 4 spots, or the 4 crew areas, but they'll have different elements in terms of health, speed, energy, so on and so forth. I'm curious to see if there will be more long-lasting persistence, such as new enemy types, weapon unlocks, and things along those lines. But from the version that I played so far, I did not see that. But with that said, when it comes to Fission Superstar X, right now I am really impressed with what I'm seeing. You definitely can't pick this one up right now. It's not even on early access. And as one final note, because I am playing a press build of a very early game, what you see may not represent the current version of it whenever you are watching this video. Oop, just knocked that guy's head off there. But I'll let the little message play here really fast. But here's the kind of victory screen where you can decide to either keep going or just let things go kablooey. Which I think for this one, I went kablooey there. Goodbye, Pluto. It's been nice knowing you. But with that said, we're going to wrap things up here. So, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like me to look at your game in the future, please let me know. Definitely get in touch. But once again, this has been Fission Superstar X, and I'm definitely excited to see how this game turns out in the coming months. But check back for daily discussions on game design here, and on game wisdom, where you examine the art and science of games. Until next time, have a good night. Before we get to the credits, just a quick shout out to the supporters over on patreon.com/GWBycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to check back for our regular streaming, most nights at 9:30, 10 EST, and you'll find a schedule linked down below. For a collection of my writings as well as audio casts on design, you'll find that at game-wisdom.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at GWBycer. If you're interested in hanging out and talking about game design topics, we have a Discord channel with the basic tier open to everybody, and that is linked down below as well. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, it is at patreon.com/GWBycer. Your support can help to keep things going and growing, and you can earn rewards such as ad-free versions of our talks, votings for our specific Let's Plays and grab bag streams, and more. But that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. I hope you come back for more great discussions on design here and on GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games.